All right, so you're thinking about CAT 2026? Then you've definitely come to the right place. Seriously, this is going to be the only roadmap you need. We're going to break down a complete four-phase strategy, and this isn't just theory, it's built from real experience that'll take you right from day one all the way to the finish line. So, let's dive in.
Let's be real for a second. When you first look at CAT prep, does it feel just overwhelming? Like a giant mountain of stuff to do? You're not alone. That's a super common feeling. You've got syllabi, books, classes, forums. Man, it's so easy to get lost before you even take the first step. But hey, don't worry. That's exactly what we're going to fix today.
So, our job here is to cut through all that noise. This isn't just some random list of tips, okay? This is a structured, proven strategy. Think of it as your personal GPS for the entire journey.
Okay, here's the game plan. First, we're talking mindset. It's super important. Then we'll hit the four big phases: building your foundation, tackling the PYQ gauntlet, forging your strategy, and finishing strong with the mock marathon. First things first, let's get that mindset right.
All right, Section 1, and I can't stress this enough. Mindset before materials. Seriously, before you spend a dime on a book or click on a single video, we need to get your head in the game. This is a marathon, not a sprint, and your mindset is everything.
Okay, look at this. This right here is the core idea. Your profile, your grades from 10th, 12th, college, that's done. It's in the past. It is set in stone. So stop worrying about it. You can't change it. What you can change and what you need to pour every ounce of your energy into is your CAT percentile. That's the game. Your goal is to crush that score so hard that it makes everything else look small.
And this leads right into the next huge point. Please, avoid this trap. Don't become a material collector. Buying every book, downloading every PDF. It feels like you're being productive, but it's just an illusion. The real key? Pick one, maybe two, solid resources and see them through, end to end, with total focus. It's all about quality over quantity, always. Okay, so now that we've got our head straight, let's look at the journey itself. We're breaking it down into four very clear phases, taking you from the absolute basics right up to mastering the pressure of exam day.
Now this is interesting. Look at how you should be spending your time. Building your foundation, that's about 30%. Then a quick, intense 10% on past papers. Strategy gets 20%. But look at that last piece of the pie. A massive 40% of your entire prep time is saved for the mock marathon. That's huge, right? There's a reason for that. This whole plan is backloaded because that final push, that's where the magic happens. So let's start with phase 1.
All right, phase 1, building your foundation. This is going to take up about a third of your prep time, and it's all about one thing: getting those core concepts down cold.
So let's break it down section by section. For VARC, it's all about reading. Simple as that. Get into a daily habit with newspaper articles, maybe a couple of those long Aeon essays. But here's the secret sauce. Don't just read. You have to actively map the flow of the author's argument. For DILR, find a good playlist from a source you trust, like EG or RADA, and just do it. But the single most important rule is to struggle. Really struggle with the problems before you even think about looking at the answer. And for quant, you want to master arithmetic and algebra first. Don't get fancy. Start with the level 1 questions and just build from there.
I gotta circle back to that DILR point for a second. The quote says, "Don't see the solution until it's almost death." Yeah, it's a little dramatic, I get it, but the idea is so important. The real growth, that lipo moment where you figure out how to crack a tough set, it only happens when you push through the struggle yourself. If you jump to the solution too early, you're literally stealing that learning opportunity from yourself. Don't do it. Okay, on to phase 2. We're calling this the PYQ gauntlet. It's a much shorter, super focused phase, only about 10% of your time. And this is where you take that shiny new foundation you've built and see how it holds up against actual CAT questions.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is simple, but tough. You're going to solve every single question from every CAT paper from 2017 all the way up to 2025. And don't just solve them casually. The best way to do this is as timed sectionals. You gotta feel that clock ticking.
Now, while you're doing this, there's a really important checkpoint. Pay close attention to your VARC scores. If you're consistently scoring below 20 on these official papers, that's a red flag. Think of it as a warning light on your dashboard. It's a very clear sign that you might need to look into a specialized course to really boost that specific skill. All right, phase 3, forging your strategy. We're dedicating about 20% of our time here, and the focus completely shifts now. It's no longer about just knowing the material. It's about how you perform under pressure. This is all about strategy and the mechanics of taking the test.
So, what's the plan? It's all about experimentation. Your goal is to figure out what works for you. What's your personal strategy? And your main tool for this is sectional tests. The recommendation here is to use a platform like CrackU and do a ton of them, like 10 to 15 for each section. It's a simple loop. You take a test, you analyze what happened, you tweak your strategy, and you repeat. You do this over and over until it becomes second nature.
And here we go, the final phase. The big one, the mock marathon. Remember that 40% of your prep time we talked about? It all goes here. This is the ultimate boot camp. This is what separates the good from the great on exam day.
Okay, now I'm going to say something that might sound a little crazy. It's intense, and it might go against other advice you've heard, but for the last 3 months, the rule is 1 mock, 1 analysis, every single day. I know, it's a lot, but this is how you build the mental stamina of an elite athlete. This is how you get so used to the test that nothing can surprise you on the actual day.
And when I say analysis, I don't just mean looking at your score and feeling good or bad about it. No. Analysis is a deep dive. You have to go through every single question. The ones you got right, why? Could you have done it faster? The ones you got wrong, why? Was it a dumb mistake, or is there a gap in your knowledge? Trust me, taking the mock is just the warm-up. The analysis is the real workout.
So, to actually do this, you're going to need a lot of good mocks, right? The top recommendations are the big names, CLC, IMS, and CrackU. It's actually a pretty good idea to mix and match a couple of them just so you get exposed to slightly different ways of asking questions.
And that's the whole plan, from start to finish. Like the person who created this roadmap said, this is all based on real, personal experience. It's a complete system that takes you all the way from getting your mind right to crushing the final mock. So the path is clear. It's structured, it's proven. The roadmap is right here in front of you. There's really only one question left. Are you ready to start the journey?